Good morning, boys and girls. It's Monday, the 30th of March. I hope you've all had a lovely weekend. We had an excellent week last week, which I'm going to talk about very, very soon. But today we have our assembly to start off the week. Now, an assembly for today, this is not live, this is pre-recorded, so you can watch this assembly in your own time. I'm going to introduce the assembly, and I am joined today by Mr. Smart and Mrs. Joyner, who are going to also be having an input during this assembly this morning. Now, to be prepared for this week, as always, can we make sure we are the best learners we can possibly be? Can we be ready? So later on, you're going to get yourself set up on your desks or your areas for your distance learning for today. Can we be respectful of those around us? And can we be very, very responsible with our learning? I'm sure we can be all of those things. To start off our assembly, we are going to be singing our DBSJP song. Now, even though you're probably in a room by yourself or you've got a family member that's close by, my challenge for you is to sing this song with as much passion as you possibly can, so that your neighbours can hear, so that your community can hear. See how much you love DBSJP. Now, to make sure your ears don't get hurt, I'm going to mute my microphone as I'm singing along, but I look forward to hopefully hearing from a distance all of you singing along. So let's go for it. Well done, boys and girls. I hope you all sang that loud and proud. Now, if you can see on the screen right now, it says, "Rain, rain, go away." Hopefully, by the time you're watching this video, the rain has disappeared. But what a crazy week it was last week with so much rain everywhere. We saw pictures from all over Dubai. We saw lightning. Now, some of you might have been woken in the night with some of that lightning and thunder. Some of you might have slept the whole time through it. But there was so much rain. So I hope everyone is okay, and I hope that you are dry by now, hopefully for a sunnier week ahead. I'd like to use this opportunity, really, to just to say a huge thank you to all of you. And watching this assembly today, we've got children from year 1 all the way through to year 6. We, of course, have started term 3, not really where we want to be. We want to be in school. We want to be seeing each other's faces and smiling and laughing. But sadly, we can't do that at the moment. But we have gone remote, we have gone distant, we have gone online, however, whichever word you'd like to use for it. We've been learning in create lots of different creative ways. You've been joining your homeroom teachers for some live lessons and some support groups. And at the end of the day, you've had your check-ins, you've had storybooks. You've had PE every single day. You've had all your specialist lesson videos that you've been watching and learning. So there's been so much going on, and it has required you to be looking at screens, which isn't what we normally do in school. So I just want to say a huge thank you for everything that you have done to continue with your learning. I've heard lots of things of children being kind to one another, kind to family members, and we've had to kind of work hard with this because teachers, I'll give you a secret, they don't prefer teaching this way either. They'd much rather have you in the classroom, but they have done an amazing job to support you as learners and doing everything that you can. So a huge, huge well done to all of you. Okay, I am now going to pass over to Mr. Smart, who is going to be telling us about a special day that it is today. Over to you, Mr. Smart.
Thanks very much, Mr. Sadler. Yeah, I completely agree. Everyone's working so hard over the last couple of weeks, so do keep that up. Okay, today, all over the world, is International Day of Zero Waste. March the 30th, recognised every year as this special day. Now, to start off with, I wonder if you can show me, or have a count upon your fingers, how good you are at reducing waste. Do you think you're a 1? Maybe you don't reduce waste at all. Maybe you're a 3, you do it a little bit. Maybe you're a 5 and you're really good in your household at thinking carefully about reducing the waste that you have. Have a think. Are you a 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5? Now have a think about what happens with the rubbish after it leaves your home. If you're putting something in your bin, maybe you've got a recycling bin. I've got a green recycling bin at the front of my villa. I can put things in there. Some of the things can't go in my green recycling bin and have to go into my black bin. But where does that rubbish go when it leaves your home? Where does the green bin go? And where does the black bin go? Take a moment and have a little think. Where do you think your rubbish might go to? Now, I asked you to rate yourself 1 to 5. I think probably I'm a 3, if I'm honest. I recycle some things in my house, but there are some things that go into my black bin. And although I try really hard to cut down on my waste, there are some things that I have that go into my bin and I can't recycle. There are some things that I might recycle better than others. So we're very good in our house at reusing plastic bottles. So we're really good at that. And when the bottle comes to the end of its life, it then goes in the recycling bin. We try to reuse that as often as we can. We also try to limit our food waste. So if we haven't finished a meal, we might put it in the fridge or the freezer and then have it another day if that's possible. And if it's not possible, maybe some of the food waste, like the peelings from the vegetables, might go into our bin. But some people I know can compost. They can put their food waste into a compost bin, which is something we don't do at the moment. So maybe that's why I didn't give myself a 5 out of 5 there. Let's think about why this matters here in the UAE. Well, Dubai is a big city and it's growing. Every year it grows and more people come. And when there's more people, that creates more and more waste, and it has to go somewhere. Often ends up going to a landfill site. Now, Dubai is making some really important steps to reduce waste. One of those recent steps was banning single-use plastics. So things like the carrier bags in the supermarkets, you can now buy long life bags. Or maybe you get your water delivered in big bottles rather than using lots and lots of small bottles each time. And I know some people have also changed their water filters on their taps so they can now drink water from their tap so they don't have any bottle deliveries at all. I wonder if you can have a think about one thing that your family might recycle already, or maybe something you don't recycle at the moment, but you could do better. Have a little think first. What do I recycle already? Okay, well, I've already mentioned my plastic bottles. They go into my green bin, but only after I've reused them as often as I can. And I always wash them out, but after a while, you do need to put those in the bin, so I don't want germs collecting inside them. I've also mentioned some other things as well. So like cans go into my recycling bin. And where possible, if Rhea, my daughter, has grown out of some clothes, rather than put the clothes in the bin, we might give them to a relative or a friend if they've got a younger child. And that's a bit like recycling her clothes. I wonder if you do any of those things as well, or if you've got something different that you could recycle. Take a look around the room that you're in now. Maybe you're in your kitchen or your dining room or your bedroom. Take a look to see what waste there might be around you. Maybe you're in your bedroom and you've got some scraps of paper. Maybe those pieces of paper could be used again before you put them in the bin. Or maybe you're in your kitchen and you're just about to open a brand new bottle of water. Okay, or maybe you're going to fill up a reusable bottle of water. What could you do in your home differently, okay, to reduce waste? And I wonder if you can accept my Zero Waste Champion challenge. So find a waste hotspot in your home. Okay, it might be your kitchen, living room, or bedroom, and think about what rubbish is currently taking place or rubbish is happening in there at the moment. It might be packets from something you've eaten, like your snack wrappers. I mentioned plastic bottles already. Maybe tissues. Maybe there's packaging being delivered when you get an Amazon or an internet delivery. What do you do with that packaging? Do you reuse it? Do you make something out of it? Maybe you get all creative with it. The second thing, once you've identified that waste hotspot, is actually to think about how you could reduce it. So look around. How could you reduce the waste? Okay, maybe you're taking lots and lots of tissues to blow your nose. I know I've got a bit of a cold at the moment. Okay, are you taking too many tissues? Are you using the plastic cutlery that might come with your delivery from your food order? Or could you use your metal knife and fork instead? And I've mentioned the water bottles already, a really easy one. I know when you come into school, lots of you have your reusable bottles. So I wonder if you can take my zero waste pledge. Now, for that one, you're going to make a promise, and maybe you make that promise to an older brother or sister or a parent or someone older living with you at the moment. What is it you're going to promise to try to reduce at home? We can't cut everything out, but I wonder if today and over the coming days, you could look to see what you can reduce so you can try to get zero waste. And will you be one of my zero waste champions? Okay. I'm going to hand over to Mrs. Joyner now, and she's going to talk to you a bit more about looking after yourselves whilst you're at home during distance learning. Hi, Mrs. Joyner.
Thank you so much, Mr. Smart. You've been telling us about how we can help to look after our planet. So now it's my turn to share a little bit with the boys and girls about how to look after yourselves at home. We all know that it feels a bit tricky or a bit different sometimes. Working away from school, we're not seeing our friends, we're not seeing our teachers, we're trying to manage our learning for ourselves at home rather than in the school building with all those people around us. So I've got some top tips to help us to look after ourselves whilst we're on distance learning. Number one is to make sure that we are moving our bodies. We all know that physical activity is very good for our brains as well and helps to keep our brains active and working. So make sure you're not in front of a screen for more than 30 minutes at a time. Every 30 minutes, get up, move your body. You can stand up, you can have a stretch, you can shake your arms, you could do some star jumps, you could do some push-ups against the wall. Moving your body helps to wake up your brain. So every 30 minutes, bit of physical movement and activity. Number two is to make sure that you're giving your eyes a break. Lots of screen time can dry out our eyes, make them feel a bit itchy or sore. So try to follow the 20-20-20 rule. Every 20 minutes, look away from your screen, look at something 20 feet away and do that for 20 seconds. So my top tip would be to maybe look out of a window, see all the different things that you can see outside, see if we've got any blue sky or is it still cloudy. Are there any birds flying around? Perhaps if you've not got a window that you can look through close by, have a look around the room at something that draws your attention there and give your eyes that break away from the screen. Another tip is to make sure that you're drinking lots of water. Water is great because it keeps our bodies hydrated and keeps our brains working really, really well. When I'm in school, I always drink at least 2 litres of water during the day whilst I'm in school. And I also have some in the morning and some in the evening. But it's a bit trickier to remember to do that sometimes when we're online. So make sure you've got some water close by to your workstation, on your desk, beside where you're working, and take little sips of that water throughout the day so that you're keeping your body hydrated and keeping your brain working really well. Another thing that's important when we're working online is to make sure that we have a nice, calm, quiet working environment. So make sure that you've got your screen and all your resources set up in a quiet spot at home where you can keep all your things organized. So if you have a desk, using your desk, maybe it's at a table somewhere else in the house, but keeping that workspace calm and organized, having something close by that makes you feel happy. Perhaps it's a favorite stuffed toy, perhaps it's a photograph of some people who you love, perhaps it's a drawing or painting that you've got pinned to your wall, something that you've done that you feel proud of, maybe even a small plant, things that make you feel calm, relaxed, and ready to focus on your work. Finally, we talk a lot in school about being kind to others and the importance of showing kindness. It's also really important to show kindness to yourself. So if you find yourself feeling tired, confused, finding something a bit tricky, perhaps you're feeling overwhelmed, make sure that you take a short break away from your screen and away from your work. Talk to an adult and tell them how you're feeling. And remember, everyone has tricky days, and it's okay to feel some of these different emotions and different feelings sometimes. It's very important that you take care of yourself whilst we're not in school with all our friends and teachers to help to take care of us too. I'm going to finish our assembly this morning with a quote from Theodore Roosevelt, who was the President of the United States of America over 100 years ago. And he said this: "Do what you can with what you have where you are." And if we link this back to what Mr. Smart was talking about in assembly this morning, remember that the small actions you take at home or in school can make a big difference for the planet. So help to take care of your planet as well as looking after yourselves. I can't wait to see the wonderful work that you're posting on Seesaw and to catch up with some of you in your video calls. Have a wonderful week, boys and girls, and keep working hard. I'm so proud of you all. Bye bye.